Okay, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy X HD Remastered. Today we're on episode 27. Last we left off, we just finished off Seymour Flux, and after he had basically absorbed all of the Ronso and a majority of the Guado tribe, and we were able to defeat him pretty easily. And now we're heading towards Mt Gagazet here. Let's go ahead and save.
What are those?
Those are Fayth. A summoning. Someone is using these Fayth. Someone is drawing energy from all of them.
This many? Who wields power on this scale? And what could they be calling?
Hey, you know something.
So we see a whole bunch of people in a large-scale summoning here. Normally we see just one or two people in a summoning. But this is the first case that we've seen where we've seen a mass amount of people just layered across the entire wall of Mt Gagazet's walls here.
This is my story. What?
So we see Tidus back at Zanarkand here after he touched the wall.
Hey?
See him back in front of his home again. Just no people around anymore. Seems really weird for Zanarkand because Zanarkand's always littered with people, and Tidus basically described it as a city that never sleeps, yet we see nobody around. So it's eerily weird that he's the only person around right now.
Welcome home.
We see the Fayth of Bahamut sitting in the corner there.
Remember me? We met in Bavel.
Yeah?
But that wasn't the first time we met. I've known about you for a long time. A long, long time.
Where are we?
Silly, don't recognize your own home?
You actually see Tidus's different trophies in the back that are actually
What's gotten into you,
right in the studio, or right in his room here.
Wake up!
We also see his his friends from Sphera trying to wake him up from this dream, and which he entered after touching the wall of the Fayth.
Are you crazy? I don't have time to be dreaming now.
You're wrong. It's not that you're dreaming. You are a dream.
Huh? Wait a sec.
So he is a dream. What does that all mean? It's a neat little studio apartment there, by the way.
Long ago, there was a war.
Yeah, with Machina, right?
Yes, a war between Zanarkand and Bavel. Bavel's Machina assured their victory from the start. Sphera had never seen such power. The summoners of Zanarkand didn't stand a chance. Zanarkand was doomed to oblivion. That's why we tried to save it, if only in a memory.
What did you do?
The remaining summoners and the townspeople that survived the war, they all became Fayth for the summoning.
The summoning? You mean sin?
No, I mean this place. A Zanarkand that never sleeps.
What?
The dreams of the Fayth summoned the memories of the city. They summoned all the buildings, all the people who lived there.
The people? What?
So we finally understand the truth of Tidus and Jecht's origin here. They're just basically dreams dreamt up by these Fayth who became real and entered Sphera.
Yes, you're a dream of the Fayth.
And you can also see it's very weird that Bavel, who was actually using Machina at the time, and Zanarkand is using the summoners, Bavel had overwhelmed them with the Machina, and the summoners had no choice but to preserve this memory within their mass summoning of their old through their old memories, to preserve their way of life. You see the decay and the destruction of his house here, his houseboat.
No! So what if I'm a dream?
We've been dreaming so long. We're tired. Would you and your father... Both you and your father have been touched by sin. Sin, the one around whom all Sphera, the spiral...
What are you saying?
There's the reference to the spiral again. So the spiral he's referring to is the one that Auron actually alluded to earlier. The spiral of pain and destruction. Of the spiral of sin, also known as the spiral of sin.
Wake up! Wake up!
Just a little more. Maybe you are the dream that will end our dreaming at last.
Maybe.
Are you all right? Oh, phew.
Hey! You okay?
What happened?
Nothing. You called me.
So Tidus has already revealed to them that Jecht is actually sin, and the entire crew is closer together for it.
Well,
but he chooses to save this little information that he is a dream, and that Jecht is a dream, part of this Fayth. Part of the summoning of this Fayth. And you can actually see each individual person fused into the wall here, which is really cool. But he chooses to keep this to himself, just so there's no distance between him and Yuna. So let's go ahead and head towards the summit of Mt Gagazet, where we'll be facing the Guardian of the Mountain. So let's go ahead and save up here. That's it. So let's continue to this save sphere. Save and move forward. So you can see that there's no way to get through here right now. The way to do that is you have to do a trial. So let's go ahead and head towards the first trial here. So this part here is a swim-only party from here on out. So we'll be using our usual...
Looks like we got a job to do, yeah?
If anything should happen in the water, we're relying on you three. If it gets dangerous, pull out quick.
Right.
Be careful.
I don't think it'll be too dangerous. We should be alright. That's it. Let's move forward. So this part of the trial is actually very easy. It's done through Waka, and you basically have to time it right where you hit the light with Waka's ball there. If you don't, you get a random encounter, I believe. So I like to watch it first, see what the pattern is. I did not. Okay, that's it there. So I saw it through 2 evolutions, I believe. Second, and then this is the time right here. Oh, I mistimed it again. So 1, 2, and then it should be coming up now. Oh, so close. 1, 2. There it is. So let's go ahead and grab this chest. This chest never renews, so once you get it, you get it. No matter how many times you do the trial there. So it should have opened up a few things here for us. Okay, all healed up. Let's make our way to the second trial. Okay, let's head towards it now. Let's get out of the water and back where we came from. Okay, so let's move forward. Okay, now that we saved, we see this part allowing us to get to the next trial here. Okay, so we're almost there to the next trial. That's it. So the next trial is just up ahead here. How this one works is it's a bit of color matching. So it's a bit of color matching. As you can see, blue, red, and green. It actually corresponds to each character's color in the spirit grid. So Riku being green, Tidus being blue, and Waka being red. And that's it. That's how we unlock the route to the end of the mountain, to the peak of the mountain. Okay, great. So the Guardian actually of the mountain is a tough battle actually, because he likes to do he has a lot of good physical attacks, but he also has a counter for So the peak isn't too far from here, so let's go ahead and make our way. But I do want to warn you that the Guardian up ahead is very tough. That takes care of that. Let's go ahead and head up now. So we made it to the peak now.
They'll be upon us soon. She has sent fiends to test our summoner's strength.
Who is she?
Yunalesca.
Lady Yunalesca.
In Zanarkand, she awaits the arrival of the strongest.
She is still alive?
As much as Micah and Seymour.
I see.
So she's
Lost your nerve?
unsent.
No, nothing.
And she's sending the
Braska
Guardian
would be
of
proud.
the
Then I must
mountain
not let
to
him
test
down.
us to see if we are worthy or not of her audience, I guess. And in order to attain the final Aeon. Let's go ahead and save. So let's go ahead and start off by casting cast on him, reflect on him right away. And we do that by using something called a star curtain. So don't cast it on your party, cast it on himself. Because he's going to use an ability called Kiraga soon, which is really troublesome. So this attack is annoying because it tends to cause a lot of status effects, and especially this one status effect called Curse, which you see right now on our characters where they're basically flashing back and forth. What's happening is that they can no longer build their overdrive nor use it. So you just want to avoid it, and it can also cause confusion sometimes, the photon wing. That's okay. Let's go ahead and attack him as much as we can. Tidus coming up, so let's go ahead and put holy water on his hand so we can use his overdrive once. So let's go ahead and use this slicing dice. use Waka's overdrive right now because he still has curse on him. So I'm just gonna attack right now. Let's go ahead and use that. So on his next turn we'll do overdrive. That's only if the Guardian here doesn't use photon wave. So this deck is very strong and pretty much like the party if you don't have a high HP stat, which we do with Waka, so we're okay. Done. That was a good hit. So even if he heals himself now, we should be able to stop him. Oh, that's no good. So he just used ability called Reflect on one of our party because we used it on him. So what we need to do now is we need to dispel it. So what I usually like to do is if I don't have it, I just swap out that party member that has Reflect on it. So in this case it's Waka. So let's go ahead and swap out Yuna. He's almost dead anyway, so let's go ahead and actually summon Bahamut and just have him basically blast him with a Mega Flare. That's the quickest way. That takes care of him. Now we can continue our journey to Zanarkand, to Lady Unaleska.
Hey, can't we rest a little?
No need.
I know. That's why I want to stop for a bit. Soon means that there's not much time left.
Riku.
Fine. I'll think on the way.
There you go. So Riku doesn't want to leave yet because
Hey,
she'll
come
be
on,
parting with
let's go.
Yuna soon, once she gets to Zanarkand. At least
We
that's
are.
what's in her mind.
We're almost there, aren't we?
We've come a long way.
What's so funny?
You remind me of myself. Before, the closer I came to Zanarkand, the more I wondered. When we arrive, Braska will call the final Aeon. He will fight sin, then die. I thought my mind was made up long before. But when I stood here, my resolve wavered.
Never would have figured. Legendary Guardians choke sometimes too, yeah?
He's only human.
Legendary Guardian. I was just a boy. A boy about your age, actually. I wanted to change the world too. But I changed nothing. That is my story.
It's tough to admit that sometimes, but Auron's not one of those people. Auron really knew his, I guess as you get older you realize how you feel.
A city dead for 1,000 years.
Dead city.
A city I had to see with my own eyes.
So there it is. Tidus has finally come to his
The
home,
end of Yuna's journey.
or potentially his home. That's basically in ruins. And only for the Fayth to tell
The
him that it
last
was never his home
chapter
to begin with.
in my story. My thoughts, they kept floating up and then slipping through my fingers, slipping away before I could pin them down with words.
Yuna, I say no. If we go down there, then you'll...
Riku, you're a true friend, and I thank you, but I must go. Down to Zanarkand.
I'm not saying we shouldn't go. But shouldn't we think about it some more? There's gotta be some kind of way we can save you, Yuna!
All my life, I knew this moment would come.
Uni...
Thank you, Riku. Thank you for everything.
Don't say that, Uni. It's not over yet.
Tell Sid, thank you.
No. You can tell him yourself.
Please.
Uni, don't say that because we're gonna see each other again, okay?
Kimari, let's go.
So we see this fear here. Dropped out of Yuna's robes. Let's go ahead and see what's in it.
Sir Orin, Kimari told me, when my father wanted me taken from Bavel to Besaid, it was you who told Kimari, right? I had always wanted to meet you someday.
So this was actually recorded
I am
at
truly glad that I
High
had
Road
that
when we had
chance.
that heart-to-heart talk
Having you
with
as a guardian
Tidus.
was so great
So
an
this is a
honor.
little,
I don't know how to
Yuna
thank
from
you.
the past.
Perhaps
Not
if
too
I
distant
defeat
past,
Sin,
I should say.
that will be my thanks to you. That's what I'll do. Yes. I will challenge Sin. I will defeat Sin. If you are all there watching this, then I guess Sin is already gone. And so am I. I suppose. Anyway, I just wanted to say, Sir Orin, I thank you.
So this is all the last thing
Kimari.
she wants to say to all of her guardians before
Do you
she dies,
remember
just
the
as
first
a
day
goodbye
we met?
message.
I was only 7. My father had defeated Sin, and all Bavel was celebrating. Everyone was saying what a hero my father was. I was so happy. But when night came, it occurred to me. My father had defeated Sin, and now he was dead. Now I was all alone. I couldn't sleep. So I wandered into the town, away from the celebrating crowds. I stood on the bridge in Bavel, where my father and I had parted. Standing there, alone, I could see the fields where he had fought Sin. Then, you appeared, Kimari. You said you were looking for the daughter of Braska, remember? At first, I was so scared. Until I realized what a gentle person you are. You weren't used to talking to children. When I told you that I was Braska's daughter, you said you would take me as far from Bavel as you could. That it was the wish of a man facing death. I think I cried then. Because that was when I knew my father was dead. And I would never see him again. You just held me, without saying a word. I cried after we got to Besaid, too. When you tried to go, after leaving me in the care of the temple, I held on to you crying, "Don't go, don't go." And you listened, Kimahri. You stayed. Kimahri, thank you. Thank you so much. And I've always liked your broken horn. Wakka, Lulu. I'll never forget my days spent with you, growing up in Besaid. We always played together, us and Chapu. That's why I was always so happy, I think. And when you refused to let me become a summoner, and I did it anyway, I'm sorry. I've always wanted to apologize. You know, when you tried to stop me then, really, I was happy. I could tell you really cared about me. You were like my big brother and sister. No, I think you really were my big brother and sister. What else? I love watching you play blitzball, Wakka. I even love it when you scold me, Lulu. Really. I guess that leaves the newest Guardian. Star player of the Zanarkand Abes. You are... I am... Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that we met. We haven't even known each other that long, but... It's funny. So this is what it feels like. It's a much more wonderful feeling than anything I had ever imagined. Wonderful. But it hurts sometimes. I wonder. I just want to say thank you for everything. Maybe that's why it hurts. When I think about us never being together again at all, I'm afraid. No, I shouldn't say that. I'll do that part over.
What you up to?
Okay, so we just saw her last message to all her guardians, especially Tidus, and we can really see what's going through Yuna's mind right now as she's approaching the city. The visuals actually are really cool here, like the city that they've made here, this dead city, from once being, bright. It's incredible the way they've really designed it. I always love running down this path every time. But, so let's go ahead and move to Zanarkand now. And this is where we left off, or this is where we started the game, where everybody's gathered around the fire, and you can really understand what emotions are going through each character's mind right now, and what are the motivations and what are the convictions each character has brought with them to this point of the journey. You can really see it in their body language. Lulu, sad, but it's duty. Waka, you know, what needs to be done needs to be done. Kamari, just straight up duty. Oren, you know, I gotta go through this. I've been here, been there, done that. Yuna, just absolute determination, but sadness that she's gonna let go of everybody. But what needs to be done for everybody's sake, can really just see it. Versus Riku, who's just absolutely destroyed that she's gonna lose a really good friend. And Tidus, confused but angry that he can't do anything. He feels helpless that he can't help save the woman that he loves from dying from killing Sin. In the past, we would have seen Tidus just screaming out of frustration. You could really see the character growth here with, you know, him staying silent in this moment. You can see the frustration he's having, but staying quiet.
Listen to my story.
This
may be our last chance.
So we just walk through his story, so we know.
Hey, there was more, right? I mean, like that time. Anyone?
I think...
Yes?
I think that we should stop. Maybe. For now.
Sounds like a good plan. Gather your weapons. Let's head out.
Let's go.
The journey's end. Alright folks, I'm going to call it an episode there. Thank you for tuning in. That is our Mt Gagazet video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Help the channel grow. We'll see you again for the next episode. Take care.